Hey there, crafty friends. Are you looking into sublimation and you're really confused and you don't know what to get and what do you really need? You found the right YouTube video, I promise. Listen, one thing about me, I am very good at explaining the whole ordeal when it comes to sublimation. In this YouTube video, I will make sure to let you guys know exactly what you really need. Don't listen to everybody out there in the market. You don't need 100 things to start sublimation. So I will be showing you guys how I started, what I bought, which is what I'm still using still to this day after almost 3 years. Don't worry, I'm gonna make everything extremely easy for you. Okay, so first things first, we need to talk about our sublimation printer. No, you do not need to buy a very fancy schmancy type of printer. This is the printer that I started my whole journey with, and I still use this one still to this day. So the printer I use is the Epson 2800. Again, don't worry, I'll link everything below. I got this one from Amazon or Best Buy, not even sure. It was for sure less than $200. Now, I really want to explain something to you guys. These don't come with sublimation ink. So when you buy a brand new Epson, it has to be an eco tank, which means you could fill in the ink in here. For the Epsons, they are the best in the market when it comes to converting into a sublimation printer. These don't come in the market as sublimation printers. They're just regular printers, or eco tanks. Us crafters, we take them and we convert them into a sublimation printer, and it is so easy. I'm gonna blow your mind, don't worry. If you want to get into sublimation, this is the first thing that you have to have in your Amazon cart. So the best advice that I could give to all of my crafty beginners when it comes to the sublimation world, purchasing your first Epson. So these printers, when you buy them brand new, they come pretty much like empty. They have no ink inside. The ink is actually packaged outside, so you, the consumer, could put it in. Remember what I'm telling you. As soon as you get this box and you unbox it, put away the ink that it comes with. We cannot use that ink. The most important part of this whole process is making sure that you're putting sublimation ink inside of here instead of regular ink. And don't worry, I'm actually buying a brand new Epson soon, so I'm going to be recording that whole process of how I convert it. I promise you, it's just 2 steps. Buy a brand new printer and put in the sublimation ink. That's it. You have a converted sublimation printer. It is that easy, but don't worry, I will record the whole process. Now, the second most important thing is your sublimation ink. I told you guys, without sublimation ink, this is not a sublimation printer. There's a lot of brands out there in the market. I have always used Hippo Sublimation Ink. Their colors are so strong when it comes to like sublimating. There's no other brand that I can recommend more than this. Okay, so I'll make sure I link this for you. What I really like about this brand is their sublimation bottles come easy for our Epson. So you'll notice that once you open up your Epson, and don't worry, I'll record that whole thing, but when you open them up, it's not like you have to get syringes and put it in. No, it's very easy. These come with the top right here that matches the Epson, so you just literally put it into the actual slot of the black ink and it just deposits the ink inside of the eco tank. It's so easy, and I cannot recommend Hippo more. I use them all the time. My prints are amazing, like this one right here. Amazing deposit when it comes to color. Now, the next thing that we need is sublimation paper. Okay, this is a whole another thing that's very important. The base parts of sublimation is you need a sublimation printer that has sublimation ink, and you need sublimation paper. You cannot print a design or print any artwork of yours on regular paper and expect it to press on a cup or to press on a shirt how it should. We need special paper for that, which is called sublimation paper. I personally have been using Asub since I first started. This is probably like my 10th package. I mean, I go through these like crazy. I highly recommend this as well. And by the way, I get them on Amazon, but I noticed the last time I went to Hobby Lobby, they had them in stores. So I'm so happy for this company that they're actually out of Amazon and now they're going into the craft stores. Great job, Asub. You guys deserve it. So when it comes to sublimation paper, it's very important that you keep it in the packaging. I know we're always tempted to receive something like this and just take it all out of the actual packaging and just put it somewhere nicely. Trust me when I tell you, this paper cannot get any humidity. It's very sensitive to like water and humidity. So really strong pro tip that I could give you is only take what you need, and once you're done using it, you put it away in the plastic and you put it in its packaging again. And I like to just put it on top of my sublimation printer. It's totally fine. Now, on another note, I have been experimenting with different type of brands when it comes to sublimation paper. Those of you that were on my TikTok live earlier today, you guys know that we tried out the HTV Ront sublimation paper. This is what it looks like, and don't worry, I'll link both of them. And let me tell you, I was extremely impressed. I never thought that I would find something as good as Asub, but as soon as I press, which is actually, I pressed this beautiful mug here. I pressed this, I saw the color deposit, and I was in awe. I think everybody on the live was very impressed. So either or. Right now, they're head to head with me, but I will be filming another YouTube tutorial comparing different brands because I really want to put it to the test now. Now, I'm really curious if there's other things better in the market. But as a beginner, you could pick up either one of these. They work amazing, trust me. Now, another thing that you need is blanks, right? So what are you into? What are you trying to do for sublimation? But I will tell you guys is in the sublimation world, there's endless projects that you could do. Do not think that sublimation is only for cups or only for tumblers or only for shirts. No, it is endless. Just make sure that since you're getting all your sublimation stuff, just go on Amazon and get some blanks so you could go ahead and play around. Highly suggest getting some mugs, some skinny press tumblers, even some polyester shirts. Just grab a couple of things. They even have things as simple as like sublimation puzzles, sublimation keychains. Have fun with it. This is the part where we learn, where we make mistakes, and that's okay. Just try to get inexpensive blanks to make those mistakes so we could do better when it comes to the more expensive blanks. And by the way, in the sublimation world, blanks just means solid objects that you could sublimate on. Remember, not every mug is for sublimation. It has a special coating on it which allows it to be sublimated on. And trust me, I know that sounds kind of confusing, but don't worry, I'll make a whole video on that as well. Now, the majority of your projects, I want to say maybe like 90% of them are going to include heat resistant tape. You're going to need this at one point. You're doing apparel, whether you're doing cups, tumblers, glassware, you need heat resistant tape. I cannot recommend this little tape dispenser enough. I think this is brilliant. Whoever invented this, good job, because this has saved me so many hours and just time, and it's just very convenient. I picked this one up on Amazon. I've had it for I don't know how long already, and it's very easy. So pink is the actual holder, but you just put in your tape rolls and it automatically cuts the pieces for you. So as soon as we do this, it cuts the pieces for me perfectly. I cannot recommend this enough. Okay. I am so excited to get into the sublimation journey with you. I want to hold your hand through this whole process. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I would love to make videos and answer them. This is going to be a huge series of different YouTube videos on sublimation. It's a lot of information. I'm going to give everything I know to all of you guys. Don't worry and stay tuned. We will be doing a lot of sublimation projects together. I'll be filming them very slow pace, so it's very easy to follow. It's pretty much like you guys are doing it with me. So that's the whole goal of this YouTube page. Love you guys and happy 4th of July.